Push on the beat.
Come back with me, dear. Kaunisha kaitike kula wayo mayutaka kumbuka ansi kumandio ndio ansi anopikisa wese chombate kwiyo yaiva herere machirita mchiro irikutaura neanfunge bwezi zvakawanda vamwe vanotigeza dakumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza koudifanika ana.
Right, 22 June 2025, and today I decided to delay a little bit and not give an update in the afternoon regarding the case of the burial of the late former president of Zambia, Edgar Lungu. But now I have to give an update. Things have not turned out as I expected. I really expected a big improvement today. I expected the issue to be resolved, but it has not been resolved. And just a few minutes ago, the president of Zambia has issued a statement, and he has showed that President Ramaphosa has sent a delegation, and you can see that this is the high-powered delegation. You can see the powerful delegation from the Zambia side and the powerful delegation from the South Africa side, including the Foreign Affairs Minister of South Africa. So this is quite sad because also the jet has gone back home again. So the jet has left again. It has gone back to Uganda. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying Uganda. It has gone back to Angola. That is the way it came from this morning. And obviously, I expect it to now go home to Aruba. What is happening here is very simple. There is a stalemate. The family is afraid that if they go back to Zambia, they might be in trouble. As I explained yesterday, there are rumors that these guys were using a Zimbabwean passport. So there is other issues besides just the burial. They are also not sure of what is going to happen. So now let's quickly look at President Hakainde Hichilema, what he said. We were honored to receive a courtesy call from Mr. Ronald Ozi Lamola, Minister of International Relations and Cooperation of the Republic of South Africa. Mr. Lamola conveyed heartfelt condolences from His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa and the people of South Africa on the passing of our Sixth Republic President, Mr. Edgar Lungu. We held a meaningful and respectful discussion regarding the burial of the late president, during which we reaffirmed our firm position that His Excellency Mr. Lungu should be laid to rest in our homeland, the Republic of Zambia. We extend our sincere gratitude to the President of South Africa for the care extended to our late president during his period of illness. We also express our apologies to the South African National Defence Force for the unexpected challenges surrounding the repatriation of the late president's remains on Wednesday, 18 June 2025. So look at the pictures. You can see Lamola here standing with President Hakainde Hichilema, and you can see the two people, some serious people here, including the Foreign Affairs Minister of Zambia, Mlambo Haimbe, over here. This is not a good meeting. Look at the faces. There is no one smiling in this meeting. Do you see what I'm showing you? This is a tense meeting. And there is two reasons why this meeting is tense. First, the message that was delivered to President Hakainde Hichilema is not a soft message. And the message that has been sent to President Ramaphosa is not a soft message. This is a diplomatic standoff between the two countries. And it is caused because of the family. The family is the problem. They cannot make a determination on such a diplomatic issue. This should be handled by the government. I've got no doubt about it. The family has a part to play, but not to the extent to which they're playing this role. This needs to involve the government. And I think this is what was expressed by President Hakainde Hichilema to South Africa, that they cannot do what is being done now because this is a circus. What we're seeing right now is a circus. And obviously, we now have the issue of what to do next, what is going to be done next. And let me unpack here what is going to be done next. Let's start with the formalities. The Zambians are obviously going to say, we need to say, is that President Lungu? And we need to determine how he's going to be buried. He is probably a former commander-in-chief of the army. He's not a normal and ordinary citizen. So he cannot just be buried anywhere, anyhow. However, the South Africans would have said the family also has demands and laid out those demands. Hence, you see that both sides didn't get what they wanted from this meeting. And a decision is going to be made. You're going to see a decision being made very, very soon. Within the next few hours, a decision is going to be made. Remember, tomorrow was supposed to be the burial. So this body is supposed to fly out either tonight or tomorrow morning if there's an agreement. That body will fly out today or tomorrow morning. I was expecting this in the morning when I saw the jet coming out from Luanda. So the jet landed in South Africa today, and I was expecting that they would take the body and take it to Zambia. So at the moment, the aeroplane has gone back. It has gone back to Luanda. It has already landed. And there are also other African presidents at Luanda right now. Our President Ramaphosa has already arrived in Luanda. There is a business forum taking place over there. You can check out President Ramaphosa is already posted. So people are now moving on. People were waiting to see what is going to happen, but people are now moving on. However, and this meeting is the determining meeting. It's now a country-to-country discussion. It's no longer a family-to-country discussion. It has passed the level of a country to a person or to a family. It is now at a diplomatic level. And the President Hakainde Hichilema has already said that he's not going to accept the burial of President Lungu inside of South Africa. And I think that is the final word. The question is, how is it going to be done? If, as I said yesterday, there are issues around identity, then obviously they will have to forgive the family. So President Hakainde Hichilema will have to overlook the fact that he was moving around with a false identity. There is no question about it. I've confirmed it with the family. I talked to someone inside the family. The hospital had registered him under a different name. And that is confirmed. I talked to someone inside the family who told me that this president has been registered under a different name because they didn't want him to be known. So that is the effect that the death certificate is probably right now showing a different name. So don't forget what I said yesterday. This is an important consideration. Who is he registered him as right now on that death certificate? Were they trying to bury him under a different name? There are various issues here that you have to understand. It's not simple. It's very important for you to understand what has happened. It's not a simple matter. It's very, very important. What is going to happen is going to happen today and tomorrow. This whole thing must be closed by end of day tomorrow. And I expect that the burial would have taken place by tomorrow. The family, if they are given the permission, they're going to bury on Tuesday. So that is what I've heard. However, that won't happen because there's a DNA to be taken. And I don't believe that that DNA test has been done. If a foreigner is deceased in a foreign country, they have to take a DNA test. But if his death certificate is under a different identity, then who is the family member? Who is the next of kin? Those are important issues that need to be determined. But if it is a Zambian issue, then President Hakainde Hichilema will have to forgive that issue of the identity and make sure that he's brought back to Zambia. However, there's also the question of President Hakainde Hichilema not attending the burial. The family has said they don't want him to attend, which means he is not going to be there. And that might not be palatable to many people. So let's see what Kennedy says. Stop lying. Kennedy, why are we lying? We have seen the family here. The South African delegation has arrived. So I don't know what you're talking about. But let's continue. What I wanted to say is everything's going to happen between today and tomorrow. If he's not buried in Zambia today and tomorrow, In fact, today is over. If he's not buried tomorrow, it means the burial in South Africa won't happen. So you have that body sitting for quite some time. It won't be buried in South Africa until all the diplomatic issues are resolved. And at the moment, they're not resolved. But as I said, the plane has gone, which means the Zambians will have to fly back with the body. They'll have to send their own jet and pick up the body and deal with all the formalities. And I think that the South Africans will be happy to see that happen. Okay, let's look at the comments very quickly. Let's see. How was Mugabe buried? Was it not a family issue? Mugabe was buried in Zimbabwe. Dennis. The problem with President Lungu is in a foreign country. Stop. It's a different thing altogether. And this is important because remember, when you bury a foreign president in your country, how many presidents have ever been buried in South Africa? Do you know that there is no foreign president buried in South Africa? Do you know that? Are you aware that there's no foreign president who is buried in South Africa? No one has ever been buried, a foreign president. Let's see what else. So I think we've covered the comments, guys. Right, Mugabe style, but burying him in South Africa is no. Yes, they can't bury him in South Africa, but they have the issue of the identity. Remember what I told you. Identity is very important. Who is he? Who is he in the hospital? Who is he on the death certificate? Very important issues. So he can't go to Zambia. If his name is not Edgar Lungu on the death certificate, he can't go to Zambia. So think about that very, very carefully. Who is the death certificate saying he is? So that's one of the issues. And also, if you're saying President Hakainde Hichilema mustn't attend the meeting, where are you going to have the delegates coming? So where are they going to be? Remember, Mugabe was buried at his home. Where were the delegates? So the government of Zambia will have to have its own function or ceremony, but without the family members of Lungu. That's possible. The government of President Hakainde Hichilema can have his own ceremony as a government ceremony for government, which doesn't include the family of Lungu. That's possible. So they can still go ahead. It's allowed to have a service. And all the clergymen will come and there'll be service for the president. They'll go on a stadium. They can do that. They don't need the family of Lungu. The problem is if they do that and then you don't have the family coming, that is crazy. It will just look like a mess. It will be a mess. So it's a big mess. And I believe that the message has been conveyed to President Ramaphosa. And President Ramaphosa has the decision to make. He cannot allow Lungu to be buried here, especially if he's under a different identity. That would be crazy. So this is what has happened. The delegation has just finished. And we are going to get an answer by tomorrow morning or by 8 p.m. today. We should have a proper answer to say what exactly is going to happen. But I can almost let you know that this is not possible. He can't be buried here in South Africa under these conditions. It is crazy. So I'll be back here at 9 o'clock, 10 minutes past 9. Then I'll give you a proper update to say what has happened. But clear, President Hakainde Hichilema has been clear. It's not possible for the man to be buried in a foreign country. They want him to be buried in his own country. So all of Zambia is watching. All of Africa is watching. There's no country in Africa right now that is not watching me. A lot of people are watching, and President Hakainde Hichilema is doing his best. He has done everything that a president can do. And you can see that South Africa is also now taking this seriously. South Africa is fed up of what is going on over there with the family. The family is now to blame. I put the blame squarely on the family. They cannot let the whole world just wait like this. And especially given the fact that all concessions are being made, people are flying jets up and down, and people want the president to be given respect. It's important for him to get the respect that he deserves. So the family needs to make a move. They need to move that body as soon as possible and make the burial happen. We cannot continue like this. It's terrible. Okay, I would like to thank all of you for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon. That is in the next 2 hours. Who brought the mess? The mess was brought by the family. Musonda, Charles, Zidzoro. Zidzoro Musonda. Musonda, Charles, Zidzoro Rakazara Mvura. And then let's see again. Issues about his name was for the security purposes. You must know that ECL was not the first man to be buried in exile. Read history. Yes, evangelist. If it was a common man, it's okay to be buried under a different name. If you are a president, you can never be buried under someone else's name. So that death certificate that the South Africans are holding, if it's not written Edgar Lungu, it's not a simple matter. It's a very complicated matter. And I believe that's what the case is right now. Okay, what is the name of the death certificate now? It's not Edgar Lungu because he was admitted under a different name. So if a hospital admits you under a different name, when you die, they have got your record of treatment, how you were treated, all those things, who your doctor was. A normal doctor will not sign a certificate that is now changed with a different name now. So that is an issue that is already at play here. What is his name? Is he traveling on a Zimbabwe passport? And that's why you see it's not a simple matter. And the family will be scared to go into Zambia under those conditions without some assurances by President Hakainde Hichilema that he will be forgiven for this and they'll be not in trouble. They won't be in trouble for carrying that name that is different from his particular name. And also, remember that diplomatically, this is becoming a mess for South Africa because they still have to inform the embassy of the person who died. So let's say the person is a Zimbabwean. Which embassy do they inform now? Do they inform the Zimbabwe embassy or the Zambia embassy? So that is crazy. Let's see what happens here. And I believe that we are now at the highest level. The presidents are now talking, but remember, President Hakainde Hichilema and President Ramaphosa can't sit on the phone and talk the details. That is why they need to send the delegations. Then an agreement will be reached. But you now have the two foreign ministers there next to each other, and you now have the president there. So it's very close to being resolved. And I believe that tomorrow that body should be able to go to Zambia. And the family, everyone should firmly tell them that you cannot keep that body in South Africa, including PF. PF should also tell them that they cannot have that body staying in South Africa. But PM is using this for political purposes. As we speak right now, PF is in church. They're having a service at Praise Christian Center in Lusaka. So they are continuing with a political process outside of the government process. So you can't take PF seriously in this particular case. Now, a national process is to happen. You cannot have a party process when it's a national leader who is passed away. They should come together with other people and not use it for political purposes. Okay. I think we're covered. We've covered everything. And I hope that tomorrow it will end. I think this is the level now it has reached. President Bakili Muluzi, Vice President Chiwenga. Now we've got Foreign Minister Lamola, and we've got all the top people in Zambia coming up here to talk. I hope that the family issues a statement before the end of the day or tomorrow morning, because I expect this body to be able to leave tomorrow. I'd like to thank all of you for watching, and I'll see you again at 9 p.m. as we cover other stories regarding Tagwire. Thank you very much, and a good night to you all.
Siyangena pari kuchisa segena mayutsa kakumbuka apasi soro vanotimisa tomubvisa mabhurukwa ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga amai azuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi mandira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga amai azuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi mandira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika makaune here zvakaitike bulawayo mayutakakumbuka hanzi koma ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro tiri kutaura neanhu pfunge bwezi zvakawanda vamwe vanotigeza da kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gold ifanika anakonda taona pazouda nanatironi komanda nenyaya dziri kupisa pasocial media uchida zvakawanda pinda kamba kwemidiya vanovhura dzese dzakaipa dzakadziya waise ayamatso ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga amai azuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi mandira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga amai azuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi mandira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika kaune here zvakaitike bulawayo mayutakakumbuka hanzi koma ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro tiri kutaura neanhu pfunge bwezi zvakawanda vamwe vanotigeza da kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gold ifanika anakonda taona pazouda nanatironi komanda ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga amai azuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi mandira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachiratidza utsinye kunga amai azuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi mandira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika